Basement Tapes are next hour, but right here, this is the latest from Genesis, where they have hooked up with these spitting image puppets. And these are sort of less than flattering representations, not only of the member. I mean, I don't think less than flattering. Well, I don't know if I... See for yourself. This is Genesis, Land of Confusion.
Goody two-shoes. Betty by Bo's time again. Good night, honey.
Sweet dreams, dear. Just where our lives are going to.
Morning, dear.
Hey, Nance, what a terrible dream. I'm parched. That's better. I could use another one of those. That's one heck of a nurse.
For a new band, the world of rock and roll offers a lot of dangerous pitfalls. Shifty club owners playing all night so you can load out after everyone else has gone home, trying to digest road food, working dull day jobs to help pay the rent. Well, after getting through all these obstacles, local bands deserve a chance to play for the nation, and that is why we've created the Basement Tapes, to give new bands the kind of exposure that money can't buy. Tonight, we'll show you 6 unsigned bands and then some phone numbers so that you can call and vote for the band that you think deserves a shot at national recognition. The winner of tonight's Basement Tapes competition will be featured for an entire month on MTV's 120 Minutes, and this month's edition of the MTV Basement Tapes is brought to you in part by Casio. First up tonight, we've got a band from Columbus, Ohio. They are called Oswald and the Herringbones. Last year, they beat out 64 other local bands to win a Rock Wars competition. Tonight, you decide how they do when we open up the voting lines. So here, featuring Michael Barone, Tom Boyer, Neil Havener, and Steven Sims, here they are, Oswald and the Herringbones with a song called Be By Yourself.
About the tragedy of man. He came with flowers
was No Excuse, a band out of Chicago, and they have been together for 5 years, and they consist of Randy Antlept, Art Tianis, Mike Niss on guitar, Joey Sentner on bass, guitar, and vocals, and Brad Rarson on drums. And they are band number 2 in tonight's competition. We've got 4 more to go before we open up the voting lines. Also ahead, we'll give you an address so that your band can get it together for our next Basement Tapes competition.
Then those Duran Duran guys started with a splinter group.
Oh, what a mess.
The power stations, the Arcadias, the solo albums. How could you keep up?
If it hadn't been for MTV Music News, I don't know what we would have done.
Andy Taylor, John Taylor, Simon Taylor.
My Taylor used to sing for the Honey Drippers.
MTV. Someday we'll look back at this and laugh.
Well, it is time to get back into the Basement Tapes competition. So far, we've seen a band from Ohio. The last one was from Chicago. And next, we go to New York City for our next competitor, Debbie Hawkins, who is an actress as well as a singer. In her video, she gets to do a bit of acting against the backdrop of Paris. And here is Debbie Hawkins in Dusk Dark.
Dusk dark, I'll meet you on the rooftop. I'll meet you at dusk dark to hold and be held by you. Lied to my boss to get some time off. Hopped in a cab and did my makeup to make a meeting on the rooftop to love and be loved by. Don't care what people say, don't care what people do. All I want is to get next to you. Baby, can't you hear the crazy music inside? Your tender love has brought me back to life. I'll meet you at dusk dark. I'll meet you on the rooftop. I'll meet you at dusk dark to hold and be held by you, to love and be loved by you. Don't care what people say, don't care what people do. All I want is to get next to you. Baby, can't you hear the crazy music inside? Your tender love has brought me back to life, yeah. I'll meet you at dusk dark. I'll meet you on the rooftop. I'll meet you at dusk dark to hold and be held by. You know what I mean by to love and be loved by you.
shoes? I bet you'd like a pair of these shoes. Nah, not you guys. You got to be cool to wear these shoes. Oh, but wait a minute. Let me get you a pair. Nah.
From Everett, Massachusetts with Cool Shoes, and they tell us that they have been playing in the Boston club scene, opening for bands such as Digny Figness and other Basement Tapes alumni, and the Del Fuegos, and now they're planning to break out themselves with lead men Gal Crafts and J. Del Anjon. So there you have it. C Streets from Massachusetts. There are just 2 more bands to go before we open up the voting lines in tonight's Basement Tapes competition. Band number 5 come from New Jersey, and you can take their name literally and you'll find out what I mean because their song Windows is coming up next. We're here on the MTV Basement Tapes, where tonight we're playing bands from across the country who don't have a record contract, and because of that, you're seeing a lot of different qualities. And the thing to remember when you're thinking about these bands and you're going to call up and vote is to keep that in mind and listen to the songs that you're hearing as well as watching the videos. And some of them, obviously, as you're going to see, cost more, and some of them just have a lot of soul and heart in them. Now we're going to go back into the Basement Tapes with the lookalikes. Now these guys are 3 brothers, Donnie Landis and Keith Landis, as well as Kurt Landis. Kurt and Keith are twins. Now they all look alike, thus the name of the band. And here they are with their video, Windows.
night. Even though we're worlds apart, I'll carry the torch for you. Even though the path is dark, I'll carry the torch for you. Morning, raining, tears of silver driving. Hometown, evening, waiting for the light to change it. Neon, I'll be walking the night. I'll be walking the night. No, you won't be around. I'll carry the torch for you. On the road or hollow ground, I'll carry the torch for you. Even though we're worlds apart, I'll carry the torch for you. Even though the path is dark, I'll carry the torch for you. La 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 la.
And that was Firetown from Madison, Wisconsin with Carry the Torch. Now, in the video, you see a rundown farmhouse. Well, the band had planned to shoot half of the video and then fix up the house so you would see a before and after version. But before they got to it, the farmhouse fell victim to arson and burned to the ground, which is pretty ironic for the band named Firetown. Well, now we have seen all of the videos in tonight's competition, and it's time to call us up and vote for the band that you think deserves the break that they've been waiting for. To vote for Ohio's Oswald and the Herringbones and Be By Yourself, call 1-900-720-MTV1. For Chicago's No Excuse and their video, My Heart Is With You, dial 1-900-720-MTV2. If you liked Dusk Dark from Debbie Hawkins of New York City, call 1-900-720-MTV3. And for C Street from Massachusetts and their cool shoes, dial 1-900-720-MTV4. Lookalike from New Jersey gave us Windows. So if you'd like to vote for them, call 1-900-720-MTV5. And finally, Firetown from Madison, Wisconsin had Carry the Torch. To make them the winners, dial 1-900-720-MTV6. Phone company will charge you 50 cents a call, and now that I've given the phone numbers, the future of these bands is entirely up to you. Earlier this hour, we had videos from 6 unsigned bands, and then we opened up the phone lines to take your call-in votes. Now, here is how the bands are stacking up against each other so far. If you don't like the percentages you see, there is still time to change them. The phone company will charge you 50 cents a call, but remember, the bands are counting on your votes to make them the winner. So let's go over the phone numbers one more time. To vote for Oswald and the Herringbones, dial 1-900-720-MTV1. No Excuse and My Heart Is With You, call 1-900-720-MTV2. Or you might vote for Debbie Hawkins and Dusk Dark. Call 1-900-720-MTV3. For C Street and Cool Shoes, dial 1-900-720-MTV4. To vote for Lookalike and Windows, call 1-900-720-MTV5. And if you want Firetown with Carry the Torch, that number is 1-900-720-MTV6. If you watched tonight's 6 competitors and you thought that your band could do as well or better, stick around because I will have details on how you can enter our Basement Tapes competition coming up next. Now, if you have a band that you'd like to be a part of the Basement Tapes, we've got an address for you right now that'll put your video in motion. All you do is send a self-addressed stamped envelope to MTV's Basement Tapes, 1775 Broadway, New York, 10019. And we'll send you all the information you need to submit your video. And if you don't have a manager, you don't have all that kind of stuff, don't worry about it. I mean, for instance, tonight, the Lookalike guys sent us their bio just on regular paper, and as opposed to Oswald and the Herringbones, who had quite the kit here. But regardless of the paper, it's the video we're interested in. And tonight, we are taking your calls for tonight's competition. Last hour, I showed you videos from 6 unsigned bands and asked you to call up and vote for the one you liked the best. So, here's how the votes stacked up. Congratulations to this month's winners, and don't forget that the video will be featured the next 4 weeks in a row on 120 Minutes, which is Sunday nights at midnight Eastern and 9 p.m. Pacific time. And this edition of the MTV Basement Tapes was brought to you in part by Casio. Once again, congratulations for your victory, and right here we're going to take another look at the winning video.